Hello and welcome to Tech It Up Middle East live at GITEX Global 2025, Middle East Africa's biggest technology exhibition. And when it comes to big, we are also with something big, someone big over here at the Huawei booth, Mr. Sultan Mahmood, who is the Chief Security Officer at Huawei. Let's talk to him and let's understand what Huawei is doing at GITEX and what they are up to. Sultan, it is always a pleasure to see you, to talk to you as well. Please tell us about your GITEX highlights. What innovations are you driving this year?
Thank you very much, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. GITEX definitely is one of the leading IT exhibition, not just IT anymore. AI is the forefront runner for this globally. We started from Middle East, from Dubai, and now we are expanding all over the world.
Absolutely.
So Huawei always takes its pleasure in supporting the local ecosystem, local developments. We though are an ICT company by DNA, by nature, but our innovations are far exceeding the traditional ICT itself. Now, participating in the GITEX is one of our prime example of how we support the local ecosystem, our customers and partners. What we are doing here in GITEX, as you have seen outside, it's a hustle and bustle in our booth. So we are proceeding with an agenda of all intelligence.
Right.
What is the meaning of all intelligence is that every single solution, every single service, every single vertical can be enhanced, the value can further be enriched if we suitably embed AI into its operation, into its design and into its implementation. So that's the core theme with Huawei, is presenting these our ICT solutions with the innovative embedment of the AI so that the value can be further enhanced. And of course, all organizations, technical, governmental, even educational, are seeking towards a digital transformation. And that transformation is going to happen with the help of AI. That's our position.
Great, thank you. We will come to the digital transformation bit because I want to understand more about that. But before that, as a Chief Security Officer, now the enterprise, AI-driven enterprise solutions, how do you ensure that these solutions meet the stringent security and privacy standards at Huawei?
That's a very valuable question. Actually, this is a question which is at the back of each security officer's mind. We have to go back to the basics. When we look at the AI, what is the main role of the AI? It's not to make a decision independently at all the time. It's about supporting the leadership decision making with the help of the data and the value extracted from that data. So from that perspective, Huawei believes that the AI security governance can be done in a very deterministic kind of a way. If you see, OWASP already identified the top risk to the AI, right? Some are related to the data poisoning, some are related to the model poisoning, some are actually related to the use of the AI. So when you look at these basics as a cybersecurity, we know where are those weaknesses are which can be exploited by the threat actors. And then you take proactive, holistic and comprehensive measures to make sure that these aspects or these threats are properly addressed, risks are properly covered, so that the solutions which Huawei output, our AI embedment in those solutions is fully secure from that angle.
Great, thank you so much. And coming to the digital transformation part, well, Huawei has been big in terms of digital transformation for their customers, for the enterprises, for the partners.
True.
Now, how are you doing this now with the AI boom as well? AI connected with digital transformation. How are you making sure that the enterprises, the customers transform as well as keep their security in tandem with it?
Actually, it is also something which our customers have to assess their own appetite. As a technology provider, as an ICT solution provider, Huawei definitely sees there is a huge potential. If we leverage this amazing new technology, which we call it AI, if we leverage it properly, it can definitely bring tremendous value to the organization. However, how much value can be extracted from that solution to that particular organization depends on its own appetite, depends on its own business case, like that. So take an example. Somebody was talking about AI in education.
Yeah.
So AI in education can be a phenomenal idea when it comes to enhancing the learning curve of the student. One teacher cannot focus on the individual need of all the students as, like for example, postgraduate or the post-diploma and all these things. But if they have a holistic support of the AI, that AI tool can tell the student which focus areas you need to emphasize and which areas or which expertise are okay. So in this way, the AI actually helps the student, and naturally, if the passing rate of an educational institute is more than 90%, of all the students are getting honors by default, that's a huge plus for an organization. So this is one way of thinking. Each organization has to evaluate where AI can enhance the efficiency or bring new value, and then accordingly find a way to implement it.
Great, thank you so much. And when we talk about AI, when we talk about digital transformation, now the world that the technology industry is creating, it's a very interconnected world.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
What tips you have for security leaders across enterprises to keep safe? And because it's an increasingly interconnected world, what would you suggest them to?
Actually, I would like to give reference to Huawei's own AI security framework. Recently, our experts, our leaders, we have been thinking a lot about how do we make sure that this AI, when the society is digital, industries are digital, data is the foundation of the digital economy. So how do we make sure that all this transformation is done securely? And of course, when AI is there, so Huawei has prepared an AI framework which is built on the fundamental principles of a responsible AI. Which takes all the necessary requirements from the end user, from the government, from the legislation, from the technology, from the industry, all that into the consideration, and maintaining different layer approach to the security of the AI, so that everybody knows that no one can do this alone. It is not reasonable that all the responsibility be put on the shoulder of, let's say, service provider, that you are the AI service provider, you take sure everything is okay. No, it's a layered architecture, or it's a layered responsibility. Vendors fulfill their part, service provider fulfill their part, regulators, industry bodies fulfill their part. In the end, the ultimate goal is to create a responsible AI. So that's what I would be advising to all the leaders or all the business entities who want to take advantage of AI. It's a tool which, in my humble opinion, must be leveraged. However, take a step back, evaluate whether which scenario fits best to your organization, start from that, and then scale up. And you measure the results. Never leave human out of the loop. This is one of the key aspects, because each AI model, maybe some AI model is built in China, may not be suitable for all scenarios, let's say in the Middle East.
All the regions.
So we have to take a very keen eye. All the local requirements must be taken into the consideration, and values also must be taken into the consideration. Something may be suitable in Europe but may not suitable in our culture, in the region. So all these fine tunings must be done by humans, right? And then we retrain it, we make it very relevant to the local requirements. That would be the best way where the full potential of the AI can be unleashed without compromising on the local legislative, cultural, business or industry requirements.
Well, thank you so much. Those are some really handy tips. Last question for you. How is Huawei supporting national agendas across Middle East?
Wow, that's a very overarching question. We being the ICT technology provider, we take pride actually that our core value is customer centricity. And when we say customer centricity, is not necessarily only the business customers. We always want to contribute to the society, to the country where we are operating. So from that perspective, Huawei always takes or does the effort to make sure the national agenda for either for the development of talents or legislation or building secure, reliable frameworks is supported and contributed by intellect from Huawei experts, or by bringing those secure by default technologies. Because Huawei's philosophy is cybersecurity. We will never have any compromise considering any commercial interest. Cybersecurity can never be outweighed. So we try to design, implement, and bring forward those solutions which are secure by design and secure by default. And then on top of that, national governments have agenda.
Right.
Why these governments have these national visions? They want to enhance the national stature, the life of their citizens, improve the services, improve the resilience of the country. So these are noble causes which Huawei feels somehow a moral drive by our own values to support the national governments. We fully support the talent development in our each country. We have ICT seats, talent competition. We take lots of interns each year for the talent development program. Plus these kind of events actually support the national agenda also by bringing partners, solutions which can help the industry. So this is the way we believe we are not almighty, right? We have our expertise, ICT, and we're pretty good at it. So taking our strength, bringing value to the national government in their noble mission, this is how we do it.
Thank you so much. And yes, your ICT, the Huawei ICT Academy and the seeds for the future programs, we've been there for those events. It's lovely the way Huawei is supporting the talent to come up and, do better in moving forward. Great, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you, Sultan, as always.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Well, that was Sultan Mahmood. You heard from him. He was the Chief Security Officer at Huawei. You heard from him how Huawei is transforming industries, how they are transforming their customers, and how to use AI responsibly. Do visit the Huawei booth and do meet Mr. Sultan. He will be happy to take you through the booth. It's a huge booth, so come and visit the booth. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day. Do not forget to take it up. Thank you.